Okay, okay. So iDubbbz released his video coming clean. Now I thought he was gonna release his content cop on the commentary community, but I guess this is an appetizer for what we can expect. Everybody and their mama is reacting to this right now. So I'm gonna react to it right off the bat. They got the coaches in the thumbnail along with along with Kino Casino reacting to my dumb coach. So this is rich coming from the guy who apparently couldn't take this guy's coaching, and the guy was telling him, hey, you're not training hard enough. You need to do more sessions. You need to go harder. iDubbbz apparently fired him because he reminded him of his dad. So okay. All right. So we're going to watch this real quick. Here we go.
I don't know if this is your own theory or if it's just like implanted in your brain from all the other hate videos. There was never a bonus. I never spoke to these losers about a bonus. If you're
Oh, he's calling them losers, bro. If he wanted to, he could beat your ass, bro. And you're calling them losers? You're a pussy. You're a pussy. You never say that in front of him.
You're gonna be a hater-ass bitch, take it the full way.
Take it the full way. I want to, before we insert this, these guys always do the same thing, right? Whenever you comment on them, they're like, "Oh, you're not even a hater in the correct way. Like you're too much of a coward to go all the way." And then they put on these prerequisites on what would have qualified to them as an own, as in winning the debate, the argument, or you know what I'm saying? Like these guys always move the goalposts. It's like, if you really wanted to do X, you would have done X. It's like, no, you idiot. You can't just tell people to move here and fro, to and fro, just so that if you want to go harder. No, that's not how this works.
Background is a work in progress, so you can just tune that out. Today, I'm going to be doing the thing that everyone tells you not to do, and that is feed the trolls.
This guy said he would not feed the trolls. He said he wanted to get away from the drama, that he was above the drama. And now oh guys, here we go again. It's like every single time he's told to not mess up. Just stop being an idiot. Just stop self-owning yourself. And this guy can't help himself. He can't. Hey guys, so I've been told not to do this. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it anyway. It's like, he thinks he's owning people by doing this. No, you keep showing how you're a loser.
One of the more important things that I want to talk about is my relationship with Anissa. I love Anissa. I love everything about her. I've only grown to love her more with time.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, we stopped. Brother, every single time you talk about like, oh my gosh. Every single time this guy talks about how the drama is getting too much for him, he always has to mention how, oh, the trolls are trying to say that my wife's abusive, but I love my wife. Brother, every single clip we see from people recording you and going over stuff your podcast, like literally it's a self-felt. You can see that she doesn't respect you.
A lot of people online don't see it that way. For me, it's very obvious. I thought more people would be able to catch on. I am quiet, stoic, not
This guy just said he is stoic. No, you are not, buddy. I thought you guys would understand this. I'm not spoken. I'm not spoken. I'm soft spoken. I'm quiet. I don't say much. I'm also a badass. No, you're not a badass, Ian.
She is the opposite of that. She is loud, very talkative, social. People
annoying, retarded, dismissive, rude, zero IQ. Like, do we have to go on? By the way, that's a nice face right there.
Struggle to understand that dynamic, I think, especially me being a person who has made a career of talking online. So yes, Anissa will oftentimes, like in many relationships, be the more talkative one.
That's not the issue with people have with your relationship. The problem is that you disowned half of your audience base because you made a claim that was incorrect, right? That everyone was racist, everyone was immature, they just wanted you to say the N-word.
We've been together for nearly 10 years, and all of it has been online for the public to see, and there are still people accusing her of cheating,
Yes, because they make fun of you because of the stuff that she says. That's dumb. That's how bad it is. You've allowed yourself to be tortured in this relationship for 10 years while trying to own people. You run a podcast with your own wife. It's literally called Maximum Damage. She ruined my career. So don't act like we're stupid. Don't act like we're stupid or something because you are unironically or ironically making a joke to own the haters.
In an abusive relationship. None of this is true. And there is no evidence for any of this except, like, I guess, body language experts coming on and being like, IDUBBZ is being stoic here. Therefore, he's in hell.
Oh. Guys, everyone's saying my wife hates me, but they don't have any they don't have any proof of it. The proof doesn't exist except for if it didn't bother you, Lord Almighty, you would not address this because it makes no sense. Like, you wouldn't even address this, but it's very clear that all of the people coming after you or making fun of you for the clips, like, yeah, it does get to you. Like, it does upset you.
Okay, hang on. Watch the change there. Watch the change there.
I don't know what the fuck that was. I have never gotten...
Look at Ian in this moment. Oh my God.
Like, he looks sad. No, he is disgusted at her. He's depressed. He's so disgusted
working
by this.
on...
He looks disgusted with this.
He looks so uncomfortable. He's like, should I be here? He looks so uncomfortable. Look at this guy's body language. He doesn't want to be there.
Look how miserable he looks. Dude,
oh my gosh.
Dude, he looks like he wants to kill himself.
Oh. Yes, everyone's making fun of you. And the fact that you keep pointing to this, it's like, it kind of confirms what people are saying. It's like, oh, this does bother you. And by the way, those are nowhere near the funniest clips. I've seen a lot of clips people have shown of you clearly being uncomfortable or Anissa saying something to you. That was not the worst, okay? So if you wanted to show people how much this doesn't bother you, you would have taken the best clips, right?
I mean, I kind of want to kill myself now. Okay, so they're not...
You've been wanting to for a while, buddy. It's okay.
A fan of the resting bitch face. All right, well, I'm not going to smile all the time, fellas. And even when I smile, you guys still, like, contort it into he's so uncomfortable or he's smiling through the pain.
Burn.
Oh, he's so uncomfortable. And he's smiling on his face.
What?
But inside his eyes, you can see his pain.
First of all, you only showed the clips of them saying it to you, but I guarantee you if you would have actually, like, added in 30 seconds from either before or after what they said, it would have shown the context, thus making it funnier. The thing you're doing right now is removing the context just by saying, oh, he looks uncomfortable. Okay, well, why do they say that? Why do they say that? You don't show it because you know it's funnier if you added it in.
For some reason, well, not for some reason, for the reason of sexism and people's view on OnlyFans and them just not liking Anissa, they want to push forward a narrative that she is actively and continually cheating on me. And if you listen to freaks like this guy I'm about to show, it makes sense why. They are obsessed.
Anissa wants to have sex into having sex with Anissa. I think he wants to bang Anissa. Anissa was horny and wanted to have sex with this therapist. Well, Anissa...
Bro, this guy is cutting all the context. Weird sex theories. It's not theories. They're just laughing at you, iDubbbz. They're laughing at you. Why don't you post the whole context?
Herself to it.
Yep. Do you think that makes her pussy wet?
Buddy, was she getting plowed?
That's what I'm saying.
What we're describing here is two grown men who are fantasizing about a stranger and his wife and what they do in the bedroom.
Nope, they're not fantasizing. They're laughing at you. Again, if you would have posted the clips in its entirety, not just when they say it, you would have seen why they said it. Of course, you remove that context because if you would have shown it, people would have found it funny and then people would have laughed at you. You looking at the camera like you're about to cry doesn't change that fact.
Folks, there's iDubbbz with the bull.
He's using sexualized terms to describe a picture of me and my dog. And what are we doing? So many people will tell Anissa and I of just like, don't feed into the hate. And it's like, okay, we're going to post some normal stuff. Anissa posts Just me with a picture of my dog, and this is the type of commentary we get about it.
You post normal stuff, quote unquote, after you keep doing stupid shit. And people get annoyed with you because after every drama that you involve yourself in, you automatically go back to your normal lives as if people don't know that you were just angry and coping on your podcast, that you had to privatize so that people couldn't make fun of you.
Dubs with the bull. Gorgeous Gabe Plowder in the back room of the salon. 3-hour bukkake session with all of the male stylists.
If you're curious about the hairdresser these guys are talking about, I will point you to my disgraced boxing coach, Michael Briggs.
The boxing coach's wife asked iDubbbz to help them when it came to supporting some bill or something that would have been against child marriage, and they got left on red. And this guy has the balls to say disgraced boxing coach. Keep in mind, he fired him because apparently he said that his methods of teaching him, I guess he was too much testosterone for Ian. He said he reminded him of his dad.
For some reason, this stupid fucking loser and his dumb as rocks wife decided to go on the H3 podcast. They already spilled their guts. They were getting paid like $5,000 to go on this podcast.
That's crazy, insulting the dude's wife after knowing that she was a survivor of child marriage, bro. That's wild.
I'm going to be sending you guys $5,000 for the bonus that you never got.
I think they were maybe afraid that they wouldn't get the money if they didn't thoroughly trash us. So them maybe thinking that they weren't trashing us hard enough, Michael Briggs decided to invoke the name of one of his presumably friends and say that Anissa was like thirsting after him.
She definitely had a big crush on one of the guys that would come in and spar with them, because anytime they would spar, she would just be super into it and watch every moment. Even if he would like beat Ian up, she'd be very into it.
For whatever it's worth, every time Michael Briggs, my disgraced boxing coach, would reference...
That's Cope. He's really trying to say this guy's a loser.
Gabe, he would always refer to him as Gorgeous Gabe. He couldn't help but refer to him as Gorgeous Gabe on the podcast.
I would call him Gorgeous Gabe.
He's a beautiful guy.
Yeah, he's got tattoos. He's large. He's tan.
I don't call him that. My wife doesn't call him that. If you have some unresolved sexual tension or
That's crazy. I know what he's gonna say. These people, like the left, always have to invoke like homosexuality upon everyone else the moment it becomes convenient enough for them to do so, right? It's only funny how that goes on one way of the aisle, but if someone else calls you gay or something like that, automatically you're a homophobe. But when it comes to people like Ian, no, he can use that against you. He can use that as an insult to say, oh, maybe you're not sure of your sexuality. Maybe you're kind of gay. Maybe you want to reveal something to us, buddy. That's the stupidest kind of insult, because the moment someone says, okay, you're gay, like all of a sudden you got your panties in a twist.
Fantasies, whatever the fuck it is, you need to keep that shit to yourself and not project it onto other people. I wish the best to Gabe. Michael Briggs, on the other hand, absolute fucking creep weirdo. Now, I know a lot of this is very grotesque and obsessive. I would prefer if people didn't talk about me and my wife or other people in this way.
Optics and morals. All right, the guy who has none because he screwed all his fighters. Creator Clash 3 never happened and it got canceled all because of Ian and Anissa. Let's see this guy try to moralize or tell us what the morals are. Let's go.
I briefly want to talk about the concept of being a lol cow, because these fucking...
You are lol cows. Why you decided to add in your H3 hit piece that you wanted to get his apology rating score lowered down and failed miserably is a lol cow thing to do. To reach out to the dude was already an L. To then post it in your video as a double L. To then post you crying, talking about Ethan and Gila and talking like this faux, like, oh man, it's hard being an online couple. It's like that's a third L, okay? L after L after L. And it's not just Keto Casino. I don't know if this is going to be your entire video, just talking about them. But it's not just them who think you're a lol cow. Everybody thinks you're a lol cow.
Losers They love the concept of like labeling someone a lolcow and then like bullying them and watching their life spiral out of control. They won't, you know, say as much. They'll just be like, yeah, we just do it for laughs. The whole thing's entertainment. It's just just innocent guys just having a laugh.
Yes, because you constantly provide the material. Like this is what you did in the past, Ian. Are we gonna pretend like you didn't do this shit?
Much safer and privileged position than many other people who are the targets of guys like this who want to bully them into submission.
Bully them into submission. What does that actually mean? Yes, guys, we're not allowed to find anything funny anymore because Ian IDUBBBZ, guy who found empathy at 32, 36 years old, whatever the fuck, is gonna say it's it's submission. It's bullying into submission, guys. That's what we're doing here.
Different clips from these guys. There is the fat one and his cohort who are listening to Anissa describe, like, essentially having a hard time online.
Hold on. Hey, whoa. I thought you were just against bullying. Hey, I thought you were against bullying, bro. What happened? You just called him fat. I thought you learned empathy, IDUBBBZ. What's going on here?
Seeing people mock and make fun of her dad with Alzheimer's.
They were laughing at my dad for getting sick on some of these forums.
What did you think? What did you think? Because you shared it online?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's what people are going to do because they want to get a reaction out of you.
Yeah.
I don't think they probably even really believe the stuff that they're saying, but they know because it's extreme and, like, edgy that it will cause you mentally spiral like this. So that's why they do it. And you're telling them that it affects you. So guess what? They're going to keep doing it. This is how the internet works. It shouldn't be, but that's how it is.
And that's a good point he's talking about. It's like people will post like embarrassing stuff online and then they will really honestly expect nobody to go after them. And that's just something you can't trust to anybody online. Nobody knows you online. And I would think someone like you who's been an online creator for over a decade now at this point, you would understand this. This is something that you even did to H3, okay? H3 was talking about Jarda. Yes, he shouldn't have mentioned it, but yet you took the clips of him talking about it, how his kids got it. Turns out they didn't get it in the end, but still, you used that against him. And then in your videos about Ethan, you were justifying, saying, like, I'm glad CPS was called, and I'm glad I didn't defend Ethan and Hila being good parents. So I wonder what he's about to say now that's going to be like, oh, it's okay when I do it, but it's not okay when these guys do it. And he's even explaining that it's not okay. So I want to see the excuse here.
The whole time, he is not saying that he is a perpetrator of bullying her. What he's saying is that other people are doing that. But he is doing it actively. In this video, he is bullying Anissa.
He's pointing out the people bullying Anissa. And he didn't go, I mean, as far as I've seen, I haven't seen that particular clip, but he's not talking about Anissa's dad in that clip. He's just explaining why other people do it. That's not the same thing.
Other videos, he's literally bullied and made fun of her dad who has Alzheimer's.
With a late-stage dementia patient who is a extremist Muslim, and he sees his daughter covered in tattoos, married to IDUBBBZ the cuck, and he just freaks the out. IDUBBBZ is having to—
Hold on, he didn't make fun of him. He made fun of you. He made fun of you that apparently the dad had to see you being the cuck. Is that why you added this in?
take him on walks through the neighborhood, talk to this demented guy.
So this is something that he's very familiar with. But for some reason, in this moment, he refuses to take any ownership of the fact that he is part of the problem.
Like, that's what people are going to do because they want to get a reaction out of you. So that's why they do it. And you're telling them that it affects you.
He doesn't want to admit it. And it makes you wonder why. And we get a little window into that at the end of the clip.
This is how the internet works. It shouldn't be, but that's how it is.
He says in this moment, it shouldn't be. Why the fuck do you think he says it shouldn't be? Could that be because it's wrong and it's a mean, evil thing to do? To acknowledge that someone is suffering and deciding that you are going to attack them online continuously for the thing that they are, either insecure or struggling with?
That's so funny because this guy is This guy had zero empathy for the stuff that Ethan apparently went through with CPS, going to his home and trying to contact his kids and trying to see them during school or whatever. Like, Ian had no problem with CPS going to their house and causing them strife, causing them stress and all that. But all of a sudden, again, when it happens to his wife, now it's important. That's crazy.
It's plain as day that he's part of the problem, but he fucking refuses, like a coward does, to take any responsibility for him being part of the problem. I don't think a lot of these commentary channels want to be held to a higher standard. I think they want to comment on the strategy of things, and they don't want to reveal too much of their own morals or principles.
I think you want to capitalize on being a bread tuber because it's convenient to you, and I don't think that you have any other morals other than the ones you conveniently adopted after you sided with Hassan Piker. Like, if we're talking about you being a bread tuber and you switching from commentary, comedy, a documentarian, and now switching over to freaking breadtube and politics, like, you should have a level of standard. And so far, every single video you make that's even like politically charged or has any politics in it is absolute garbage. Your immigration video was so garbage. Like, literally, your video on that, it could be summarized in this sentence: guy goes to Italy, sees some people who don't look Italian, IDUBBBZ. This guy thinks that they're not Italian? What a racist. They are Italian. Shows no proof. End of video. Am I really expected to take the guy seriously who actually legitimately with a straight face admitted to not having empathy until 32? Really?
This next guy is the perfect example of what I'm describing. He is being very critical of me talking to a therapist. And by the way, that wasn't even a therapy session. I just happened to cry in that moment, and I was like, this might be able to communicate authenticity. So,
by the way, that was the cringiest shit I've ever seen. This is during the Content Cop H3 video where he exposes Ethan. Towards the end of the video, he plays this therapy session with this guy after admitting, first of all, that he tried to get this guy to lower H3's apology that he made to another creator in that situation. He tried to get him to lower the grade. And when he couldn't, he was like, you know what? I couldn't get him to lower his grade, so I did it instead. It's like, why do you post your petty L's? It's not just that you're posting L's, you're posting petty L's, okay? And when you're posting this montage, by the way, empathy, okay? I'm gonna mention that a lot, empathy, right? Empathy at 32, guys. But anyways, he posts the montage of people and Hassan, freaking Frogan, Denims, other people saying nice things about Ethan Klein, which was, by the way, all of it was a lie. But then he posts this montage of him talking and crying at the therapist, trying to elicit some sort of sympathy, talking about how he can relate to Ethan and Hila and how it's hard being a couple online. It's like, the reason you guys are having a hard time is because everybody's making fun of you. And everybody's making fun of you because you post things to be made fun of. People like post moments of when like you say something and Anissa will cut you off, or she'll immediately shoot down your opinion. That's why they keep saying these things. And when you say, oh, I was trying to be authentic, like, literally that communicates the opposite. Everybody thought that part of the video was cringe and fake as shit.
I'll include it.
And then Ian goes on a podcast with a therapist and gets extremely real with him, which is a profoundly stupid idea. Like eating with your mouth full on camera. He of all people should know better than to go on a therapist's podcast and vent about his very real problems on a public forum like that, because people will use that information against him. Like this.
The same person live streamed his own therapy session where he actually cried.
If you're gonna be a hater ass bitch, take it the full way. Take responsibility for having the opinion that crying online is pathetic and weak.
Okay, so I am going to say crying is pathetic and weak, not because it inherently is pathetic and weak to cry online, but because the way you did it, Ian, was pathetic and weak. Okay, it's not uncommon to see videos about creators crying. Something emotional happens to them. And there's so many situations where someone might legitimately cry. But the reason why people were shocked and taken aback at that portion of the video, the ending of the video of you crying, is because the whole runtime of the content cop on H3, you're criticizing him, okay? You get the information wrong. You talk about Ethan as if he's not a good person. person. You talk about how bad of a boss he is to other people. Towards the end of it, now you're showing this, oh, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to reach an olive branch. It's like you made a content cop on him, okay? After, again, he asked you to say, hey, would you please say to people that, hey, I know Ethan, he's not a shitty parent. He doesn't let his kids eat dog shit.
And other people are going to make fun of you for that.
Because people will use that information against him.
People will use the information against me. Who's people? I'm pretty sure you're people. You're the one who's playing this fucking clip. You're the one who's making this video called the most toxic wife. I don't know why these fucking pussies don't accept the full troll mask. They're acting.
I know that Ian is trying to be a tough guy right here, and he's not, okay? Just like he's not stoic. But the reason why they're saying people are going to make fun of you is because it's true, okay? They're pointing out to you the flaws in your way of doing things, right? When you upload stuff to the internet, people are going to take apart what you say. And if you post something that's embarrassing, if you willingly share information about yourself that is embarrassing, people are going to make fun of you for it. It's just how it is. Like how Anissa called you out for having IBS and asked you if you were shitting your pants. Or when, you asked if they had bad breath, Like that's embarrassing stuff that people are pointing out to you. He's not a pussy because he points it out to you. And it's so weird that you have this kind of bullet point sheet of like what qualifies as actually making a good point. It's like, you're a pussy because you didn't criticize me in the correct way you should have. No, Ian, people are going to criticize you. And by people, I mean everybody. You seem to have this idea that it's only a fringe minority. Everybody is making fun of you for this. But besides that, like, you don't get to set the parameters of how people are supposed to criticize you. It's like, oh, if you wanted to really hit me hard, you would have done this. Go the whole route or you're a pussy. No, because all they have to do is just wait you out. It's like, okay, I'm not going to do what you tell me to. What are you going to do? Call me a pussy? Your wife does OnlyFans. People make fun of you for being a cuck. You two get offended because people make fun of you and you lean into it. You guys are so delusional. You think that things are going to change if you keep fighting against the tide. I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way.
Being sincere is impossible to do online. It's not impossible. It's difficult in the situation that Anissa and I are in, but we're making that choice intentionally.
Okay, buddy. You're not Joe Rogan, okay? When you cry, everybody laughs, okay?
Old claim that we are like unaware what happens when Anissa talks about her dad who has Alzheimer's or me crying. Like, we're very aware that that is going to be viewed as gay and be made fun of by people like you. Now I'm going to react to a couple of these random creators who have made videos or statements about Anissa and I to give you a taste of what an average is. And additionally, like in making some of those videos, it just attracts a certain type of person where they're like, I'm going to list off a bunch of people I consider lol cows or people who are mentally like disabled. And I'm going to tell you to make fucking documentaries about them. And then in that case, like, I'm not fucking doing that. You seeing that happen right now with World of T-shirts. There's a lot of people who think they're like doing it responsibly or respectfully. And it's just hell. It's just like, what the fuck is any of this shit?
Bro, what is going on? Anissa legitimately convinced him his entire being as a person is bad.
Did I once say my entire being is bad? You're allowed to be critical of yourself and the content you're making. You would benefit from being a little critical of the content you're making. Like, what the fuck is this?
What it is, Ian, is that you have selected when the right time to criticize you is only after you have discovered it for yourself. And then after that, now you decide, oh, you're in the right, and everything I'm doing is the right thing to do. The reason why we're criticizing you now is because we actually do believe that there is possibly a way that you have done things wrong, that your transition wasn't seamless, and you did things unnecessarily, like push people away and become more insufferable when you didn't have to be. Like, I can't imagine a transition that you would have made from commentary to politics, where it would have been seamless, people would still appreciate it, and would have gradually all accepted that this is your new content, and that you would have kept your subscribers. But everything that has befallen you, every event that has happened in the past months and years, like the failure of Creator Clash, the failure of you to your fighters in Creator Clash 3, the fact that you were bound to make some money, but the only reason you didn't is because you failed, and you legitimately asked us with a straight face to believe you when you said you wouldn't take any of that money. The fact that you burned bridges with your best friend and then you claimed he wasn't your best friend. It's like you seem to think that there is no possibility that you have done any of this the wrong way.
Actually comment on what I was talking about. Do you agree or disagree with a statement that you should be making videos and documentaries about people who are mentally disabled because you are encouraged by your fan base to do so? Do you agree with that? Maybe engage with the prompt.
And fellas, and even fellettes, all right? Never, just listen up, all right? Never let your partner actually change you this much. Never let them convince you that you are so bad as a person, like everything you do, the way you act, everything you believe is bad, and you must agree to their way of life, everything they do. Obviously,
why do you think that she thinks everything I do is bad?
Buddy, is it not possible that your wife has been shitting on you? What's so weird about iDubbbz saying to everyone else is like, you didn't criticize me the right way. You guys are pussies because you didn't go all the way. Is that same thing could be thrown out at him? Why not engage with the people, the actual criticisms of your wife says everything you do is wrong, and then address them clip by clip, right? You can't because they make you look bad and they make you look weak. They make you look defenseless. They make you look like you're cowering to your wife.
I'm like, man, these people have fucking drank the Kool-Aid to a disgusting degree.
Obviously, if there's legitimate criticism taken into account or whatever, but this is legitimately tragic. He cannot be proud of a single thing he's ever done in his entire life. He just feels guilty about all of it because of Anissa.
Dude, I'm proud of plenty of things. I'm not just going to go on stream and declare it. Like, what do you, like, it's so boring. Like, I don't want to talk about how proud I am of making the Airsoft Fatty documentary. Like, do you guys really need me to fucking bloviate about how I really enjoyed following the narrative structure of a fatty battling with his friends in Battle Creek?
No, but like you've literally changed your attitude and you literally look the most miserable you've ever been. It's not a stretch to say that people like think that you're going on this apology tour after years and years and years about how racist you were, how ableist you were, how much of a dick you were, and how your videos were unnecessary. Like, yeah, that's all you talk about. You always talk about how, oh man, everyone hates us because of the choices we made, because we changed. It's like, yeah, that's why people are saying that, hey, you can be proud. You can at least not like hate yourself for making those past videos.
It was my opinion that some of your content in the past was actually good before. It was actually logical. You made some good points. You don't need to feel so bad about every single thing. You know, maybe you did some bad shit. You said some slurs. That shit was bad, whatever.
Dude, I know. I just, this is so frustrating. I just want to say, like, a lot of the things that I'm going to talk about are going to be upsetting, or they're going to be a downer to you, because that's interesting. I don't know if it's because I have a higher threshold. It kind of feels like I do, right? A lot of the things that these commentators are commenting on is they're saying like, oh my gosh, that would crush me, basically, if my wife described me in that way or said that about me. And it's like, okay, it would hurt you. You're feeling bad through me.
No, we're not feeling bad through you. We are feeling embarrassed for you. Or some of us do. The majority probably are just laughing at you. Because again, these are things that are not atypical in a marriage or of a quote unquote happy couple, right? That you've been married for 10 years and that you're so happy, you've never loved her more. Yeah. Okay, we get it. But literally every clip that we see about you and her, like, are you going to say that don't believe your lying eyes and ears? Like every single awkward moment in your videos, every time there's dead air, you clearly see in the podcast or any clips about you and Anissa that you are uncomfortable with each other. You don't have any chemistry. You just don't. You attempted to make fun of everybody else because they are laughing at you and you're saying, oh, you're just triggered. Like, no, buddy. No. Stop pretending like you know what everyone else is thinking just because you're mad that everyone's laughing at you. Don't try to spin this back on how, we're the triggered ones. That's just not the case, bro. It's not.
I'm feeling those same feelings that you're feeling. I'm not.
A lot of like good shit to your content as well. You're legitimately, fighting against like evil people and shit like that.
Because I'm sensing this guy as being his own version of sincere, because I honestly think, I don't know how old this guy is, but I'm going to say a teenager, a teenage commentary YouTuber. I'm going to say that their version of sincere is going to look very different than mine. I'll take what I can get right now from this guy. When I'm giving my actual authentic take about something, you don't need to put the blame on my wife. You don't need to say that she's controlling me. This is very off base.
I mean, sure, if you want to take the blame for being an awful dick, sure. I mean, yeah, if you want to take the blame for orchestrating your own downfall, sure, go right the hell ahead. You know what I'm saying? Totally. Yeah, do it, dude. I don't know how that helps you in your case, but...
They communicate, they talk. This is just the reality of getting in a relationship and becoming more enmeshed. Like, it happens, if we eventually have a kid together.
Please don't. Please don't have kids. Oh my God. And the thing is too, if he does, it's gonna be pure spite, bros. Pure hatred for his fan base. I think to say that there's no influence from Anissa is wrong. I think that sure, this is who he's decided he's wanted to become. But having like you every time you do a decision, it's because people have told you to do the opposite thing. Please stop being cringe. You become more cringe. Please don't talk about politics. You're horrible at it. Does it again. Like, please have some self-reflection and maybe think about the possibility that you're wrong. Doesn't do it at all. Please stop going after Ethan Klein. You're clearly losing. Keeps on going at him. Please stop streaming. Keeps doing it. And now, because you've been talking about this, or you had that like shitty promo, which wasn't even a promo, but you talked about making a video on commentary channels. Please don't. You're gonna get destroyed. And I'm not even talking to me. I'm talking about everyone else who is more talented and who's been doing this for far larger. And you know who those people are. They would wipe the floor with you like you couldn't imagine. You've been out of the game for so long, you haven't even realized that the new blood, the young blood, they're better at this than you. And this is coming from a zero guy, like literally a nobody guy.
I know it might feel like you have some outsider insight, but it is just very wrong. I feel very free to speak my truth. Yeah, I agree, Bri.
Do you want to know why this shit makes me so mad? Because there was a point in time back in OnlyFans season 1 where I was like, dude, IDUBBZ is the fucking man. Such a chill guy. So down to earth. Loved meeting him in real life. Loved playing games with him. This guy was the fucking man.
I think Tectone is remembering this in a kind of a weird way. It seems like he's very nostalgic and happy about it. He's being very over the top of how epic I was. But by this time, everyone had like decided that Anissa controls my life and that I'm a beta male soy cuck boy. So it actually is very funny that he's coming out now saying like, man, he was the man just 2 years ago. It's like, dude, the fucking cat was out of the bag 2 years ago.
Okay. YouTuber says, man, it sucks where Ian's gone, man. I became a YouTuber because of him. Ian's response, you're a little bit weird, aren't you? Okay. He just complimented you on how you inspired him, and you're like, yeah, that's a little bit weird how you're acting. Wow, buddy. I mean, he kind of gave you a compliment on who you used to be, on how entertaining you were, how you inspired him. Jeez, you can't even take those compliments without giving a backhanded, like, oh, thank you. Thank you for liking my content. Like, no, you just have to be like, you're weird. You're weird.
Also, it's weird because I didn't play games with him other than we were in the same guild. I don't know. I think he's just trying to add on to this narrative that the internet likes of, man, he used to be so awesome. He was so cool. And then he fucking got corrupted by that fucking bitch.
He was one of my favorite content creators of all time. And to see that this is what he became. I mean, this guy inspired me to do content. Like my breakdowns on people's entire character was inspired by IDUBBZ. And it's so lame. Like, to see what one woman's pussy and Hassan can do to a motherfucker is insane to me. And if he just would have remained true to himself, he wouldn't have ended up this husk of a man he is today, and probably would have way more viewers and wouldn't having to be making content that he hates for money. It's just...
This is such fucking cope, man.
No, what's actually cope is your podcast. And literally everything you post is a fucking cope, okay? Literally everything.
Hearing Tectone say it, it's just like, it's reminding me how many times I've heard this fucking script. These people cannot fathom that the based epic N-word guy...
Bro, that's how insecure you are. You literally call yourself the based epic N-word guy. You were not the epic N-word guy. That's how he thinks of himself, about how he used to be.
Has changed his mind over time. It's got to be a woman's pussy or Hassan. I think if they accept that I came to that decision on my own, they have to reckon with some demons of their own.
Okay, guys, if they realize that their true, like, savior, their second Jesus Christ, was actually the devil with horns, they would die. They would kill themselves. They would be ashamed. No, dude. No, we're past the point. No, this doesn't work anymore. This talking point, this Kool-Aid you've been drinking, that if they had realized that, yes, IDUBBZ stopped being a good Christian boy and he became a pure, unapologetic atheist, bro. You think we're gonna cry? Nobody's crying. Everyone's laughing. And let me tell you something. They haven't stopped laughing. That's what's actually weird about you, Ian. You think that everyone else just hasn't had their light bulb moment, their eureka moment. It's funny. He used to make fun of people for, like, waiting that somehow IDUBBZ would come back. He would see the light. And yet now we know this is how he thinks of his ex-fans, his previous viewers. Basically everybody. He thinks that everyone else is going to eventually realize the truth. And when they finally see the truth, that IDUBBZ has always been this way, they won't know what to do with themselves, guys. What would I do if my N-word neighbor right here wagged his finger at me and said, no. Dude, I don't know what to do with myself. I have to introspect. Like, no, that's not happening, Ian. That's not happening. Everyone's just going to call you gay, and they're going to call you performative.
It's hard to accept the fact that I've taken this journey, and it's not one I regret. It's actually one that I've felt better after doing.
And cope. Pure cope. By the way, it's not hard for us to accept it. It's just shocking that you did. You're trying to say this, though, you guys couldn't possibly understand that this is what reality is. It's like, no, like, most everyone is just like, they're over it. They're just here for the ride.
Tectone is right. This guy is such a disappointment. Like, IDUBBZ calling people incels when the first woman he met literally destroyed, like, took over his life and destroyed him, dude.
I don't know if this is your own theory or if it's just, like, implanted in your brain from all the other hate videos, but Anissa is not the first person or not the first woman I've met. I've met plenty of other women. She's certainly not the first woman I've dated, and certainly not the first woman I've had sex with.
Oh my God! So, there's this rumor here going around that I'm an incel. Well, I'll have you know, I get massive vaginas. Okay, brother, it's not working. It's not working. I'm trying. It's not working. I'll have you know, that is fake news. That is misinformation. You are fake news. Buddy, when you have to clarify to people after they've made this joke and meme that, oh, she's the only, and people are saying, oh, like, he's only this way because Anissa's the first woman he's ever been with. And then you have to clarify, actually, that's wrong. I get loads of women. I get them all the time. You know how that sounds, right? That sounds weak and pathetic.
I will admit that she's the first woman I married.
Oh, God, no. Oh, last name.
Also, there are a lot of grown men out there who were outraged to find out that I changed my last name from Washburn to Jama.
No, again, no one's outraged. We're just laughing at you.
Married Anissa.
Who took his wife's last name, taking Anissa's last name, taking your wife's last name.
He's taken her last name.
His last name?
The last name, the story. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's so many. I forgot.
I think some of these people think I'm trying to push a woke agenda or some shit. But I don't give a fuck what anyone does with their own last names.
You want to know why people give a shit about the reason why you changed your last name? There's literally a clip of Anissa saying that your name was disgusting or your name was like boring or some shit. That's why people have made fun of you for it. It's because it's hilarious when you marry your wife and your wife in front of like the whole world announcing it says to everybody, yeah, no, I wasn't going to take your last name. Your last name kind of sucks. It's like, bro, bro, is that not funny? Is that not odd to you? It's not. It's funny because there are some people who do choose to take the wife's last name, which is really just their grandfather's last name, but whatever. Like celebrity couples who choose to keep their own last names, but they're together, right? But the funny part is, and the part that you're conveniently leaving out, is that when you were talking about your last name change, you both were in agreement, but your wife overstepped. Not even just agreed, oh yeah, we agreed that was the right thing to do. Then she went on to shit on your last name. That's what people find funny. Can your brain comprehend this? No, and that's what makes it even funnier.
But I chose to do because I like her last name better.
That's cope. That's about the only thing you can say. And it doesn't even save you.
When my rancid boxing coach and his wife...
Okay. Please. People have said you were smelly in the gym. Do not ever use the name rancid, okay? Look in a mirror, but not for too long because you'll probably break it. Please do not attribute other people as rancid in your life again. Shut the fuck up.
Decided to go on the H3 podcast as like this mutual exchange of talking shit about Anissa and I in exchange for $5,000. That was sort of under the premise that I owed them some sort of bonus money.
Yeah, I mean, like we were also promised a bonus on CC1 and we never got it. But because Michael was so nice, he didn't want to like make Ian feel uncomfortable and ask Ian and Anissa about it.
And I was always under the assumption that there was no bonus because even though he told me there was a bonus, he then disappeared for 6 months and I never saw him. So I was like, was there a bonus or was there not a bonus?
There was never a bonus. I never spoke to these losers about a bonus.
Oh, you hate empathy, guys.
I was paying these people an hourly rate to do the job that I asked for them to do, and they got paid. This fucking loser with the beard got paid $32,000 for training an influencer to box, and she got paid $9,000 to film some of it. They conveniently never talked to either one of us about it.
You confronted about that?
Oh, and conveniently, you leave out the part where they apparently were going on the H3 show. You heard about this, so you texted them saying, oh, hey, I heard you were going on to the H3 show. I don't know if it's true or not. Is there anything you want to talk about? Maybe some unresolved stuff? It's so funny. You sounded through a text message like you were shitting your pants, bro. I mean, I'll spoil it for you a little bit, but whatever. He doesn't mention the fact that the trainer's wife over here is a survivor of child marriage. There was a bill passed to stop child marriage that she was going to go to, and she asked for Ian and Anissa's help, and they got left on red. All right, conveniently, Ian doesn't mention this at all in the video, which is so funny because he is getting so emotional.
That you asked them, or you didn't want to
I just let it be.
Because I'm the same.
They conveniently don't have any text messages or emails or contracts that have anything to do with bonus money because that conversation didn't happen. They are lying to Ethan and his crew, and they're lying to the audience.
How is it that we put on this great event? We raised $1.3 million for charity, and he promised us a bonus. And then right after the event, he just kind of pretend like he's too busy to check in with us.
Too busy to check in with you? I don't need to fucking check in with you. You're not my parents. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You weren't promised a bonus. I was doing my own shit. Why the fuck would I want to spend my time with you when I'm filming a show with Dax Flame? You guys are fucking losers.
Mr. Empathy. Let me check the comments real quick before we end this video. Child marriage is bad. Him desperately asking people to watch his stream at the end because people made fun of him for less than 200 viewers. It seems like half the audience of this channel now just hate watches it. He's fallen. He's half blind. He's deleting comments. He's stoic. Yeah. Mr. Stoic over here, Mr. Badass. Okay. And he's trying to be calm and collected and mature. He's grown up. Him outright saying he put him crying in the video to garner empathy is so pathetic. Weak and pathetic. Don't forget that. Stoic Lamau. Avoiding the child marriage stuff was very stoic of Anissa's husband. I laughed out loud when you call yourself stoic. Imagine if he said I'm gay in the video and did. Oh man, I don't think that even that can save him now. How can you come clean when you shit yourself? Brutal. Dude fed the trolls, Lamau. Nothing says mature like dodging any and all responsibility and accountability while spitting with petty, bitter venom to those you screwed over and trying to make yourself look like the victim. Good going, buddy. Doesn't make you look like the petty high school girl at all. Your woman taught you well. Let's see. Reminder that we got here because you now have repeated history of clipping others out of context and painting an inaccurate narrative on your detractors. And it became most obvious today. Yep. This is not what a video is. This is an emotional dumping ground. He's bald. He's broke. Calling your boxing coach disgraced after ghosting his wife when she asked for support on a child bride bill, only to get a whiff that they were going to be on the H3 podcast and immediately messaging them so you don't get eaten alive by the internet. How do you walk without a spine? What a medical marvel. The only thing disgraceful is your footwork, Ian. Go do some laps. PPP and Warski have painted their Mona Lisa here. A masterclass in feltoning. Take your bow, gentlemen. We're simply not worthy. Damn. Your boxing coach didn't get paid $5K to go on Ethan's podcast. Ethan voluntarily gave him $5K during the podcast when he found out you didn't pay him a bonus. Intentionally misleading like that is crazy. The only winning move is not to play. War Games 1983. Wow, you really got him this time, champ. Egg dubs cracking under pressure. Suffer, simple Ian. Bro, shut up and put the internet away. Holy rage bait victim. He's coping. I thought this was about you stealing from charity. Oh, brother, kick rocks. Whoa, buddy. Yes, addressing the trolls always works. Self-proclaimed stoic. Yeah, Ian, you are a lot of things, buddy. You are not stoic. Of all the things you are.